What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Vision YouTube channel. My name is Sebastian, and we are here to project the 2021 Dallas Cowboys 53-man roster. Now, with that being said, let's get right into it. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, we got franchise quarterback Dak Prescott and Garrett Gilbert. Moving on to the running backs, we got Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Now, before we get to the third guy, I just want to point out that Rico Dowdle had a tremendous training camp, and it's unfortunate that he was put on IR, which means he is out for the entire year. So I decided to carry a fullback, Nick Ralston. Now, moving on to the wide receivers, we got the three studs, Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb, followed by Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown, and rookie Simi Fehoko. Now, this one was a tough one because Malik Turner also had a really good training camp, but I believe they're going to lean towards the younger guy in Simi, who was a 5th round pick, and just hopefully he develops into a better receiver. And on game days, the 6th receiver doesn't really matter, so let's move on. At the tight end position, we got Blake Jarwin coming off an ACL injury, Dalton Schultz, and also, who had a good camp, Sean McKeon, but he was hurt, but he's going to be put on short-term IR, which means he can return in 3 weeks. At the offensive tackle position, we got Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, Ty Nsekhe, Terrence Steele, and Josh Ball. Now, the lack of depth at the tackle position worries me a lot, so hopefully we can find someone, bring him in, because I do not like these options at all. Moving on to the guard position, we got Zach Martin, Connor Williams, Connor McGovern, and the International Pathway Program from Mexico, Isaac Alarcon. And if you guys notice at the end, this roster is going to be 54 players. This happened last year. Isaac does not count as a player on the 53-man roster because he is a part of the program. So that's great. You can always have more offensive line depth. And lastly, center Tyler Biadasz. Moving on to the defensive side of the ball, I am very excited to see this revamped Dallas Cowboys defense led by defense coordinator Dan Quinn. Now, the main focus this offseason was improving the defense on all 3 levels, adding speed, size, and versatility. Now, at the defensive end position, we have DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory, Terrell Basham, Dorance Armstrong, and Bradley Anae. Moving on to the big boys, the one technique, we have Carlos Watkins, Brent Urban, and Quinton Bohanna. Lots of size right there. 3 technique, NEVILLE GALLIMORE, who is injured. He's going to be on the short-term IR, but he has to be on the 53-man roster in order to play this season. And the rookie, Osa Odigizua, who needs to step up big time early on in the season. Now, moving on to the linebacker, we got first-round pick Micah Parsons. Man, I've been impressed with Micah's game during the preseason and throughout training camp. He's going to line up everywhere. He's going to rush a passer, cover, and just make plays sideline to sideline. We have Leighton Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, Keanu Neal, and Jabril Cox. Cornerbacks, Trayvon Diggs, Jordan Lewis, Anthony Brown, Maurice Kennedy, who no one expected to ball out like this, and of course, Kelvin Joseph and Nashawn Wright. Moving on to the safeties, we got Donovan Wilson, DeMonte KZ, Malik Hooker, Jaron Kearse, and Israel Mukwamu. Lastly, on special teams, we have punter Brian Anger, kicker Greg the Leg Zerline, long snapper Jake McQuaid, and special teams ace CJ Goodwin. Now that concludes the Dallas Cowboys 53-man roster projection, and I also want to acknowledge how competitive this year's training camp was for the Dallas Cowboys on both sides of the ball. Players stepping up such as Rico Dowdle, Malik Turner, Sean McKeon, Dorance Armstrong, Osa Odigizua, and Maurice Kennedy. Aside from Hard Knocks, there was no distractions. Everyone was locked in, and it got to tip the hat to the coaching staff for getting these guys ready, and hopefully it translates to the NFL season. Now, with that being said, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the Star Vision YouTube channel, and hit those post notifications for live updates when a new video comes out. And leave a comment down below. Who did I cut or leave off this list that you want on the Dallas Cowboys 53-man roster. Now, stay safe and peace out.